it is one kind of thinking or idea towards God, that because everything is made by nature, and if nature is God, then there is God in everything. God is not in everything. Then any piece of wood would become God. Any rock would become God. God is in the thinking human, in the knowing human. But that same knowing human is not present in the wood or in the rock or in the tree. A human being requires a form to worship. The whole idea of nothing being God, just an idea being God, is inconceivable for the human. So the human looks for a form of that expression, and therefore he can find a tree to be divine, a piece of wood to be divine. But that is a personal decision that the human being has to make, or a collective decision of a particular religion. That's where religion comes into play. But this is where the great debate goes on between one great saint in India, Adi Shankara, versus another great saint, Ramanujacharya. But they are separated by about 200 years in between their lifetimes. But the debate is very valid. One says that everything is God, in everything there is God, all is God, and there is that singularity in everything. The other says that if all is God, then all has to also behave the same way. If God is there in the ear, then also the eye, then the eye should be able to hear and the ear should be able to see. But why do they have different qualities? It is because there is a creator who has created them differently. That is the claim of Ramanujacharya. And that claim actually is the claim of all theistic religions like Islam or Christianity, where they say that there is a creator distinct and separate from the human who has created the human. And it is not that there is a person, a form sitting somewhere who has created the human, but the idea that it is not, everything is not God, that idea has led to people to believe that God must be something else, not the piece of wood, not some tree. So therefore the theistic religions of Christianity and Islam, which are major, they believe that there is some God who has created you. There is an idea of creator. So it has come from the desire to distinguish between what is highly aware and divine and what is just existing. So everything is not God. This is one conclusion that one can draw. Only the highly aware is God. Even in human beings, where the divine capacity is existing, there are criminals who behave like evil people. So, and vast majority of the human beings are ordinary. They neither want God, they neither want spiritual life, nor do they aspire to anything higher than just meeting their ends meet, or making their ends meet, and live a life where they just satisfy they exist that way. And vast majority of human beings exist that way and die. It is only very, very rare people who aspire for something greater. And this is where the distinction becomes even more, even within the humans. There's a higher human, and there's a highest human, and then there's a lower human and a criminal too. So it cannot be equated. Even though the force of God is running through everything, not everything is God. Only the highly aware is God.